Hello friends. I am Mari Rolón and today you are on my crochet channel. Bless and crochet. Today we are going to weave these beautiful Christmas bells. See how beautiful they look. You would like to know how to knit them. You can knit them, so with the double bow, or you can knit them like this. With a simple bow. How you move them at home. Leave me your comment, as we are going to start quickly with the materials. Today I am going to use this type of material. Is a material of number 2. And in this case I am going to show you what it is called. In case you would like to know. I'm going to start by making. By the way, here is the little label. Number 2, so you can use any material you have, close to home, and most importantly, as long as it fits your pocket's needs. Let's use our little hook. We are also going to use a perlite in this case. And I'm going to need this scissors a little bit. In case you don't have it, you can use it with the same color. I will also use this one to make it look good on us. Combined and start by ensuring on this occasion. My first stitch. After my circle or ring. 1 I'm going to start knitting. In this case. Well, we are going to leave it without a chain stitch, I assure you. And I start knitting stitch under 1. Let's knit 6 single stitches. Once you have your 6 single stitches, I will do the following. I'm going to pull the start cord, and the first circle that closes is the one I'm going to throw out of there. And after the start cord, look at the closing cord. And after the start cord, and that's it. Once we have finished, I have already changed the background. Friends, to appreciate it better, I'm going to move here to this first stitch. I'm going to lose the little piece of wool. And I start knitting here single stitch. I place the scoreboard. And in the same space right here, look where I entered. I will enter for the second time. And let's knit a second single stitch into it. Now I'm going to move on to the next stitch, which is this one. And we make 2 1. And 2. I move on to the next stitch. And we are going to make him 2 1. And in the same space, we make the second. And I will do this until I complete my entire round. I move on to the stitch where 1 follows. 2. And I end with 2 single stitches. Here it is. In total I have to have 12 single stitches. Now let's go for our next round, which is round number 3. I make a single stitch. And in this round we are going to be weaving. In the first stitch, I am going to make another stitch to make an increase. I already have 2. Now I move on to the next stitch, which is this. And I make a single stitch. I move on to the next stitch and the next stitch. Let's make him 1. And 2. In which a single stitch follows. And in the next one we are going to make him 2 1. And 2. And I will do this until I complete my round 1. And in which it continues to increase. 1. and in which there follows an increase of 2 stitches. Low in the same next space. A single stitch. Next we make 2. Let's see, a knot was tied here. Let's see what happened here, friends. Go there. Now yes, friends. Is that it had formed there like a lump? So here I have 2 and I end here with 1. Here we do a single stitch. And I will continue with the process. In this case we have, in this round, 18 stitches down in total. Round number 4, I'm going to start by weaving here. 1 in which it follows 2, and in the third we make the increase. 1 and 2. And I continue 1. Next 2. And in the third one we do increase 1. And 2, and we're going to do this to complete our entire round 1. In which it follows 2, and in the third one we do the raise part. There it is. So let's continue like this one too. And in the one that continues we make the increase. 1. Next 2, and in the one we continue we make the increase. 2 in the same space. We are about to finish 1. In which 2. And finally we make 2. We have to have 2 left at the end. And with this we have finished our round number 4. Round number 5. Here I retire and let's go to this part. 3 feet 4 inches is 24 stitches. I don't know if I had already commented on them. I'm going to start here. In the first stitch, making a single stitch. Here in the same I am going to knit another single stitch on it. That's 2. Now let's knit 3 single stitches. 1 for each space, 1 next. 2 next. 3, and here in number 4, I do increase 1. And 2, in which follows 1 following 2. Next 3, and here in number 4, we do the increase. 1. And 2, and we're going to do this until we complete our entire round. 2, 3, and we make the increase. This is our last round, friends, of increases from now on. Well, this round has to see us. I'm going to take out a little bit of material. In this round we have 30 single stitches left. So here we already have an increase 1, 2, 3. Now we are once again entitled to our increase. Here is an increase in 1. And increase there is 1. And 2, and I finish with 3 single stitches. And we have, remember, 30 stitches in total, okay? This is already our return 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, round 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and round number 11. We will knit it only 1 single stitch for each space. So here I go. And I will continue like this, single stitch. Single stitch, to see I will take the stitch well. Single stitch. Single stitch and single stitch. And so look very easily. Is going to start making like an architect. Single stitch and single stitch. Well, this is how I'm going to weave. What we are going to do next is this part of here. Yes, we are going to paint this part of here. Then I will knit until round number 11. And back I want to show you friends I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 rounds in total. Now let's do the following. Here I am going to leave this last stitch that Yes, we are going to leave it at that. And I'm going to pass from here to this stitch that This of the chain stitch. I'm going to move on from here and I'm going to move on to the other side. So from side to side. And I'm going to change the color here. Step. I withdraw the marker. I'm going to take this little piece of wool to the other side. And I'm going to move on here to this next stitch. And I'm going to start knitting it down. Here I am going to pull a little bit to adjust the stitch. I'm going to move on to the next stitch. And use single stitch. Next stitch. Single stitch and so on until I complete my return. And this one I have here. We pull it. And ready. This is how it has turned out. And so we can make the color change. Yes, you can do it at home. As you normally do. If this part makes it difficult for you, make your color change as there you usually do it there at home goes. I will weave a single stitch for each space until I complete my entire round. I want to show you that I have already finished my round. I am going to move on to this stitch that follows. And I'm going to put this bow. I'm going to take this one here so that it is not visible at the bottom later. I pass by and leave my single stitch and place the marker. And here I am going to leave it as soon as I uploaded it. Yes, I uploaded it there so it won't be seen later. Now I am going to move on to the next stitch, and I will continue to weave a single stitch for each space. We will not make increases or decreases. Yes, this is the round we have just finished. This is round 12 and this is round number 13 complete. My return. I want to show you that I have already finished my round. I'm going to release, I'm going to pass here again from side to side. And then I'm going to bring this one. This color and I pass through here. I withdraw my marker. And I'm going to go overboard in this case. I'm going to take this string. And I'm going to knit here the stitch under one. And that smile. I throw it away and that's it. This is how it turned out. And underneath it will look like this. Okay, I'm going to cut this one. And I will work with the color in white. Or bone. Now I am going to move on to the next stitch. And at this stitch it follows. I'm going to knit him a raise one. And in the same space. 2. And I move on to the stitch where one follows. And at the following stitch. We make one and we weave the second two right there. And so I will continue in the one that follows a single stitch. And in the one that follows I make 2. Next one single stitch. And in the one that follows we make 2. Until I complete my entire round. Then this is round 12, 13, this is my 14th round, look at me. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 and 2 complete my return. I want to show you friends, I have already finished this one which is the return of increases, and let's go for our last round. I'm going to make you friends alone. 1 single stitch for each space. Okay, here we are going to stop by and make a single stitch. Single stitch and single stitch. 1 for each space to complete our entire turn. This is the last round. Complete my return and return. I want to show you that I already have a total of 45 stitches. Yes, the previous round gave us 45. And since it has no increases, there are also 45. I make a slip stitch and we are going to withdraw. And now we are going to do the following. I have one of these little ties without. If you do not have it at hand, make it with your own material. Yes, with the one you have done this part. Then for example I am going to tie him a knot. More or less like this, a knot. I repeat again. Twist around my finger. Passage through the center. Yes, so to make one balloon knot as we do. Knots for balloons. For the decorations at home, then here. I make the second. To stay a little bit like this, okay? Well then, at the bottom here, I have an account. I will pass through the center of the account. The account is number 8. And I'm going to leave a knot here provisional. Now I tell you how far I went through it. Now in the part here in the center, I'm going to pass my little hook. Yes, a smaller hook that they have. And I will pass for the bow here in the center. And then look at the eye. We have it up to here, right? Okay, then. I want the account to stay with this one. At this distance to this direction. And only strong auto. And this is how far it will go. And here we cut. We are going to do it a little faster, because the silicone is already hot, friends. Then look. Let's hit. In this case it is. Which is like the bow I have placed on it. The link is here at the bottom, yes. I am going to place it like this. Here I have the ending, I have not cut it. I have not lost it to be guided here. I am going to leave it at this address. Let's see, then we are going to put a little bit of hot silicone first here in the center. Let's place it first here in the center. To guide me. And let it hit a little bit. So we are going to leave it to stick a little bit on the side of the lace. And then we can paste it here, if you prefer. Yes, and I did not cut the cord so that when we are going to glue the bows at the bottom, check that it does not move. And look at the last. I am going to place a little bit here. In this part of silicone, just a little bit. Here to keep the bow on one side like this. And then here's another little bit of silicone. Here nothing more. So little bit, and here I am going to put the other one. So look. To fit me more or less like this, the bow, yes. And here. In this part I'm going to make sure just a little bit. Place another drop on top of the bow and that's it. We already have here our beautiful bell. What do you think? Now we are going to lose this little piece of wool. Well, now friends, I show you how nice and easy it was to knit them. See how beautiful. are encouraged to weave them together with me. What color are you going to make them? Or you would make one of each. I don't know, friend, leave me your comment. I would like to be reading you. With this I say, goodbye. As usual. I really hope you liked it. If you liked it, help me by sharing it on social networks, so that more friends can earn income. Remember that supporting others is always good, my friends. Goodwill is always returned multiplied. So it is that, so that more friends can weave them at home. And can also sell them, and earn extra income for your household. Remember that you are on my crochet channel step by step. I am Mari Rolone and I thank you for your company. See you next time.